And welcome back to Crypto Hulk. Yes, let's start off today. And if you go onto the community page, a lot of you are still having some problems. We need to keep pushing and pushing and pushing until we get what we want. Okay. If there's any kind of issue, look on the community page because what I did, and I'll put it right now here in the live chat. And of course, there's too many characters, so I can't do that. Just go to the community section. You don't have to be a member to do this, okay? What we're going to do is we are going to raise hell until this is fixed. Because, and you don't even have to be a member to do this at all, okay? But what's going on is the channel's still getting messed up. It's getting better, but it's still messed up. Like, members can't get this. They try clicking on stuff and it's not working. So I'll read it off, but you can also go to the members. It's the Better Business Bureau. They have a phone number. It's 408-278-7400. They have a fax line. You can send them a nasty fax. 408-278-7444. You have to use Better Business Bureau complaint number 193-455-20. Now, you can address things to Raquel, R-A-Q-U-E-L, Negrete, Negrete. She's a complaint specialist. So she has an email. It's called complaints, complaints, at LASV. So Lincoln, Adam, Sam, Victor, BBB as boy.org. So that is the complaint email if you choose to do that. Now, if you go on the community page, I typed it all out. You could read the spelling and all that stuff. No, I didn't post it because it was too big for me to post. I know what I could do. I'll cut it in half. So I'm going to do a paste. And it's 23 characters too big. So let me go this much and do a delete. Okay. And let me do a paste. So it starts after complaint, and I'll delete this portion. Okay. So there you go. You got the first part and the second part. Just put them together, and that's what it is. You can still click on this stuff. But yes, can I edit that? No, I can't edit. Okay, so there you go. Just go on the community page and see it. I just want a channel where I can teach you guys to be rich, but it's like, my God, it's like going to the dentist and pulling teeth, which the dentist didn't have to do today. I was like, oh yes. Today was actually easier than the last time I went. The first time was not cool. This time it was good. He did some stuff where he put roots in the molar and then put a temporary crown on it and did some stuff up here. I don't know what he was doing up here, but it wasn't really all that bad. So now I got to wait like 10 days and then because he's got to order the real crown. I guess they took impressions and stuff. So when it comes back from the laboratory, so I get to save the tooth. They don't have to tear it out and put an implant in. So I got lucky. Yes. It's just, it's a struggle. Like, we're getting near the end. That's why this YT is doing all this stuff, because like this channel is valuable. Like, I do the dig, I do the research, man. I don't have no fluff shit on my program except talk about my damn tooth. All right. But my job is to give you the best news that I can find so you can make the best decisions so you can get rich. They don't. You think they want you to be rich? These little computer programmers run the show making 200,000 a year or whatever, 150. You're going to come up, not even a high school graduate, with like 10 million bucks. Do you see how jealous these people are? Naughty, naughty. I don't see anything but posting 6:30 p.m. again. Okay, go on the community page. I can only do so much. But you could clearly see this. Raise hell, okay? Jamie Dimon partnered with Stellar to create Interstellar, but he only was there to steal the tech. Then he bailed out of the partnership. I already complained twice. Okay, give it a break, Henry Brown, and then a couple weeks, do it again. Like, I'm just going to keep hammering these people. That's what I'm going to do. Now, eventually, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go talk to my state senator. That's one of the things. I've already talked to him once about an issue, and I've talked to my congressman about twice. I get office visits, and if I got to go to my senator and lay down like $1,000 for a now I'm not going to bribe him for to sit with my actual state senator, not talk to an aide, but I'm willing to probably drop down $2,000, and then I'll sit there with my senator, and shit's going to get done. Got it like that, okay? I've already talked to my state senator's aide, not about this, but I'm on their record has been dealing with them already once, and they did actually fix a problem for me. The senator fixed the problem that I had. Now I'm going in, and if I got that's the word lobby. If I have to lobby my state senator, Crypto Hulk will be in his office. I'll even get a picture. I'll say, hey, if I throw around a couple G's, can I get like a little E with the state senator? And if so, I'll post that picture up here, and that's when you guys know it's green light. Because if my state senator gets involved, green light. That's how we're going to do all this, okay? Tired of fucking around with these amateur people. Henry Brown, did you receive my 3 payments and 2 super chats and a donation? When? I need to know when, where, and why. I mean, if it was on the show the other night, I was reading everything off. But now these shows are delayed. So here's another problem. If you haven't complained yet, you need to start complaining and raising hell. Send the faxes in. You can send them faxes, emails, telephone calls, and eventually I'll have to be going to probably my district attorney in the county where I live. I mean, it's just if they want to do this, then I'm willing to do this just for fun, so I can raise a lot of hell. Talking to district attorneys, they'll call the state attorney general of California, do a formal investigation. Meanwhile, I got the senator telling the state attorney. I can go talk to the senator and lobby my state senator to go have the Department of Justice of California look into we can do all this, or they can just ease up off the channel. I mean, they got a couple options here. It's very simple. So if they want to take this and go against the state, then I guess that's what we'll do. And say la vie. I guess we know who will win against the state of California. Tequila Fund 2. Thank you very much for that. Appreciate that. Let's get into our news. We're going to go. Henry Brown. We need a restructuring of everything. Henry, I'm on the job, buddy. That's why I got you guys to help. See, you guys help bring the noise as well. So when you're sending an email, when you're sending a fax, and also when you make a phone call and all that, that's 3. So if 500 people do it, now it's 1,500. If 1,000 people do it, that's 3,000 inquiries. They're like, damn, what's going on with that fucking channel? Let's shut that guy up and make him happy. Squeaky wheel gets the grease, y'all. DBS Bank. DBS, let me send you this articulo by Jove. Let me do a copy and a paste. Okay. Can people see that right there? Anybody who's live? I just posted on the top chat, so Crypto She-Hulk can see it. If you don't see it, you need to raise hell many different ways. You can contact your own state, your district attorney. They're free. They're paid for by the government. Or if you live in a smaller area, they have what's called county attorneys. They're free. You can file a criminal complaint, just like that. See, all I'm trying to do is make you rich. There's some people that don't want you rich. I say just based on GP, general principle, set it off, all right? That's what I'm doing. I'll tell you, I'll go down to Ami Bera's office. That's my state senator. I've been there once already. They know me. I'm on record. I'll go in again if I got to lobby that motherfucker. And but I'll tell you what, state of California Attorney General's getting involved. If I got to do a fucking lobby, the Attorney General of California is getting involved. That's a fucking guaranteed deal. Okay, I'm tired of fucking around with this fucking amateur platform. Okay. Alrighty then. DBS, eyes, Hong Kong digital asset license. So what we got going on here, DBS is a Ripple partner, and they're trying to get into Hong Kong. Hong Kong! Why do they want to get into Hong Kong? Because Hong Kong is going crazy. They're going to be green lighted very soon. Okay, let me give a little history on Hong Kong. I'll give you the 30-second history. When crypto first started taking off, 2014, whatever it was, Hong Kong was the place. They had green light, okay, when Bitcoin and all that shit. But then the Hong Kong government started getting pressured by China. And China's like telling Hong Kong, hey, shut it down. So they cooled the jets. They turned off the jets to the airplane and had to kind of just get real slow. But then what happened is all the money started drying up in Hong Kong. No trade. They no trade. They no allow crypto, no trade. That's what happens. Shut it down. Well, Hong Kong's like, hey, we're tired of being broke. So somebody had to man up or woman up over there and get the Chinese off their back. Here's the article. Singapore's DBS Bank is looking to start a digital asset trading in Hong Kong. What we see here is a Ripple partner trying to get into Hong Kong to set up a crypto exchange. That's fucking massive, okay? DBS was one of the first banks to start crypto trading, launching in Singapore at the DBS Digital Exchange, oh man, in late 2020. So they already got an exchange in Singapore. Now they're going for Hong Kong. Are you seeing this? The banks are coming in. We are being squeezed out. I want you to see what's going on. There's a transition here. There's a weight loss occurring. And we're the fat that's getting sweated out, all right? Literally. These banks are coming in to open exchanges. Do you know why? Because every exchange is going to have to be licensed like a bank. And if you're not licensed like a bank, bye-bye. That's how all this shit's working. You see it? I told you already for the past 3 years, for crying out loud. I said you'll have 100 exchanges, right? I predicted this shit 3 years ago. I'm telling you, all these other channels are telling you, keep your stuff on exchange. And I'll tell you when to buy the dip and sell the high. And I was like, you ain't doing that shit, motherfucker. You're not. You're fucking ass out. I've been telling you for 3 fucking years. When all these assholes, well, I got a little bit of my stuff on an exchange so I can catch. You ain't catching nothing except the COVID, bro. That's all you're going to catch, all right? I've been telling my people for 3 fucking years in advance, you're going to have 100 exchanges. Tell me if I'm wrong. Veronica's been there since day fucking 1. I've been saying, you're going to have 100 exchanges. And they're going to come in and destroy all these exchanges. And then in the end, you're going to have like 10. And guess who they're going to be? Wells Fargo, Bank of America, JP Morgan, Goldman Sachs. The same motherfuckers that are running shit now. All these little Weeble and all these other fucking things. Adios, motherfucker. Not like the drink, though. Okay? I've been telling you, sooner or later, some of y'all are going to freaking get it. We are planning to apply for a license in Hong Kong. So that, oh, really, license. So now you're going to have licenses now. So think about this. Use your brains. All these people you listen to on YouTube who have relationships with staking platforms, and they try to get, they're my sponsor, and they're trying to get all of you to do that dumb shit. If you don't have a license, they're taking that shit from your ass. Well, not literally. Well, maybe you could let them, but they're still not going to let you keep it. They're going to pull a Houdini on you. But you're not going to get shit. I'm just telling you. If it's not in a hardware wallet, like I use a Ledger, you can use whatever you want, but no one's taking my shit because it's locked up. If you're staking, oh, because I'm trying to earn interest. Oh, you're a fucking dumbass. You'll see. You'll be crying, getting on my channel, be like, somebody block that motherfucker. Get him off my fucking channel. We are playing. So Parody said the bank is cautious, but once has greater understanding of the planned framework. In a policy at the end of October, Hong Kong's government signaled a cautious, but they're trying to look all cautious. Look, I'm telling you what, I'm not gonna dawdle around. They're gonna go fucking nutso when these regulations come in. See what's going on is this. The banks are kind of quietly coming in, setting up shop, getting all the tokenization and shit ready, getting their little fancy licenses and getting their desks and putting their name tag thing on the desk. They look all important. Crypto salesman, crypto saleswoman, whatever you want to have it, equal opportunity. And then when that switch gets flipped, because right now they're like, oh, we're cautious, very cautious. Oh yeah, God, yes, we're cautious. They're not going to be cautious when these fucking regulations come through. And you got XRP at 10, 20, 30,000. You got, I don't know, fucking like monkey ball crypto is going to be probably going for $500 a piece. Then all of a sudden it's not cautious and crypto's not bad anymore. When you got monkey ball crypto, oh no, it's monkey balls are good, right? All of a sudden now they're good. Now let's start seeing who's mixed up in all this. You got DBS Bank. We're talking about Singapore Monetary Authority. They're talking about investor protection. Let's scroll down a little bit. This article is just about done. And I'm going to show you all the Ripple connections. So DBS is trying to get all in. Okay, last paragraph of the article. They mentioned JP Morgan. So let's start off with this. DBS is also involved in other institutional activities. Well, by Jove, let's see what kind of activities they're in. Maybe they're in bed with somebody. It is a backer of Partior, P-A-R-T-I-O-R, Patois, whatever the fuck it is. I'm not French. Well, I actually am 20%. Genetically. The blockchain-based payments firm. So DBS is involved in Partior. It's a blockchain-based payment firm. It was co-founded with JP Morgan. So now you got a Ripple, DBS working together with JP Morgan. And of course, you've got SBI of Japan. And they're involved with DBS. Let's see. Yeah, hold on a sec. Let me get to this article. So you got JP Morgan together with Singapore, with DBS, with everybody in the world. Okay. Now I'm going to start showing evidence. Hold on. Let me check some comments and then I'm going to start showing evidence. Oh, well, kiss my grits. Let's see. We got Glass Bum says, you are amazing. Thank you for that donation. I greatly appreciate that. Somebody said 3 years ago, I got into crypto. My first buy was XRP and my second was a Ledger Nano. Fucking genius right there. Future millionaire or billionaire. I don't know your financial situation. I don't need to know. Ernie's like the moolah. It's been filling up every 2 weeks for 3 years. Locked it in my GN7 safe. Now let's check some proof here. We've heard Singapore is all up in this. I'm going to talk about the country of Singapore with a copy and a paste. Hold on. Hold your horses there, everybody. There, Singapore. Singapore. What's Singapore? Singapore, it's not mentioning a bank here. Listen, Singapore to develop Ripple XRP powered. This is from 2018, October. This is almost 5 years old. Do you realize how much? Do you realize how long ago this was already done? That's why I show you these old articles, so you can realize that this shit was done like 5 years ago. And let's say, okay, it took them a year or two. Okay, shit was done 3 years ago. Like they're waiting. They're literally waiting for somebody to pull the fucking trigger so we can be rich. All right. It says Singapore to develop Ripple-powered invoice trading platform. They've been waiting. You think they've been waiting 5 years to do this? Like they're already done. Okay. This article is from October of 18. Like we're almost up there on 5 years already. We go in here, it starts talking about Singapore, stuff like that. The government. They're not talking about a bank. You've got a country working with Ripple. Can I get an amen? Next, we've got, by Jove, copy and a paste. Henry Brown, hold your horses there, buddy. I gotta copy something first. Okay, Henry Brown, is it possible for XLM to pop in Europe in 90 days? Absolutely. I think what's going to happen, Henry, is that I don't know everything. Number one, I think they're going to get all the banks lined up with all the Ripple technology, like they've been doing for God knows how long, 10 years now. Um, Start tokenizing things. Don't mention anything. Well, we know like March and June, from March to June, a lot of stuff's going to happen. I don't think they're going to release the Kraken, which are the 3Xs, just yet. Now, remember, we've got to get all the countries in the world, or at least most all of them, except terrorist ones and stuff. And we got to make sure they're all running at least on Ripple X or something, or X Current or something like that. Because then after that, it doesn't take long. Boom. From what I know, it takes 6 weeks from the time you sign up with Ripple to where you use their cloud-based stuff, unless you want to do a manual hardwire, and that takes longer. But from what I understand, doing the cloud shit is 6 weeks max. And Ripple can loan. That's why they're loaning money, right? We all know this. Ripple can loan the business partners money to get all this shit done. So if they don't have the money to do it, Ripple's just going to pay for it on the front end, and they're going to make it back on the tail end. Okay, it's like some kind of loan deal. All right. Can they do it in 90 days out? They can do it in like 6 weeks. I mean, it's all if all the banks in Europe right now just sign up with Ripple and got all this shit done, yeah, but they've already been doing this shit for 5-10 years. So Bank of England's done, Bank of France already done. So there won't be that many countries. You'd be surprised on how many banks and governments Ripple has already worked with. Remember, they got private deals. They're not telling nobody. We know about the public deal. Then they got this private ledger. God knows what's running on that. Okay. So, Lordy, it's a lot of info there. Let me go to the next article. Now, we know about DBS and Ripple, but I just wanted to show you some proof here. In case I already showed this one. Okay, so let me break this one down. DBS acknowledges Ripple as the cheapest network for cross-nation payments. This was like almost only 4 years ago. I'm not going to get into the article at all. They mentioned in the middle paragraph here, Swift has a 6% error rate. Everybody knows this, but we already know, I've shown you over and over where Visa through IBIS Bank linked up Ripple and Swift. So they're all connected. Swift's not going anywhere. I know there's somebody on YouTube who had a show, had Chris Larson, said we're going to, Ripple replace Swift. That's a fucking lie. I've shown articles where they join together. Swift joins IBIS Bank as a gateway to Ripple. Swift's not going anywhere, all right? I don't care what this fucker says on a show. Sit where the adults are, all right? Go with the facts. What Chris Larson says, that's not factual. He says, Ripple is going to replace, let's say, Swift. Okay, show me the fucking facts. He's got none. It's a fucking lie. I showed you the facts. I showed you the article. I back my stuff up. I just don't have some Chris Larson. I'm not trash talking Chris Larson. I'm just saying what he said. I don't see facts for that. What I post, I see facts for that. So I'll let the facts speak for themselves. Okay, next articulo is, what do we got here? DBS Bank joins Ripple partner R3 back in the day. And this was when? 2020, 3 years ago. DBS Bank joined Ripple. And at that time, Ripple had a partner called R3. So right now, DBS, JP Morgan, we just read the article. JP Morgan's all mixed up in this. JP Morgan Bank, JP Morgan is one of the 3 largest banks in the world. Okay. Ripple partner, Citibank is a confirmed Ripple partner. I mean, I can go on and on. Bank of America, Wells Fargo, on and on and on and on and on. Everybody's a fucking Ripple partner. That's why I mess with Ripple. All righty. Last article for this group of news stories. Bam. Well, what do we got there? Well, gee, Crypto Hulk. Well, ain't that something, Archie? Monetary Authority of Singapore today. The Ripple partner, Monetary Authority of Singapore. Bam, there you go. So now we got a fucking country linked up. And if you keep reading, BNY Mellon is all mixed up in that too. Who's BNY Mellon? America's oldest bank. Well, bravo, Crypto Hulk. Great show. I learned a lot today. And P. Weezy for Sheezy is #1 fan. Awesome. I second that. Stephen Morris. I'd lend and loan with my bank once registered. I would stake. Yezer. Yezer. Let's see. Since this is a member show, by Jove, I think I should add a little more to the show. Don't you say? But after this, I got to look for news for tomorrow morning. Yes. So I will. Let's see. What can we? Okay, here's a cool one. Now we know China's got their CBDC they've been testing for like ever. Now I want to show you. China's got like only like 1 billion or more people. China's only like 3 times the size of the United States. Well, check out what's going on in India. India is now testing the same thing. So now you've got a country that has the population of about 2.5 billion people. That's like 8 times the size of the United States. Uh-oh, not looking good for the United States. It says at press time on conference, the Reserve Bank of India said that the number of transactions were 770,000 since November. So November, and that's November, so December. Remember, remember in India when they closed down? I think it was in November. I did the show on it, and that's the show that Digital Asset Investor played my voice on the show. Didn't give me credit for it, but that's okay. I know how these people work. But that show was like one of my highest rating ones where I got a ton of viewers that came to the channel. Was based on that show that I did with India that shut down their banks for like, maybe it was during December for like 3 weeks of the month. Like they were closed from this date to that date and that date. That's, see right here. So they're saying at the end of November, they started. That's why okay. So India switched over to XRP. Here it is right here. I'm like a Sherlock Holmes detective, man, or like a bloodhound. I can smell news stories. So that's what happened. Okay, now this makes sense. See, we didn't know what was going on. And I had people tell me, in India, in India, they close no matter what. It's just a holiday, Crypto. It has nothing to do. It has nothing to do with the Ripple and the XRP. I'm telling you, I live in India. I'm telling you, I know this stuff. Okay, and I'm telling you, you're fucking wrong. Because, and I had a gut feeling this is what was going on in December in India, and I'm right, because here's the proof right here. Now it all makes sense. It all clicks. I love it when a plan comes together. So that's why they had 770,000. They switched over to using XRP and testing it with their CBDCs at the end of November. That's why in December, at least 3 weeks, these banks were closed in India, maybe more. It was like the whole fucking month. Whether it was a holiday or not, they picked a holiday time to do the switch over. Then that's what happened. They said, well, shit, we've got 3 weeks this month. Punjab, Sandeep, let's switch over. And he's like, by Jove, Sandy, I think you're right. Okay, enough of the dramatization. Back to work. But this is what happened. Okay, so if we check this article out, if you look down at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 paragraphs down, who are the banks involved? Well, guess what Crypto Hulk's getting ready to show you? The proof. You got the ICICI Bank, Yes Bank, Ripple Partner, IDFC, Now, some of these other banks are Ripple partners. I can't confirm it. Union Bank of India, but when you go to HDFC, Ripple partner. Oh, shit. Now we go to the bottom, the very bottom. Meanwhile, India's central bank launched a wholesale, that's XRP is wholesale, trial to settle government bonds. So maybe when they're moving the CBDC around, that's on Stellar. But definitely with the wholesale, that's XRP. Come on in. Now, I'm going to show you a little bit of proof right here. Copy. Oh, hold on there. Ed Doxy dropped by to give a little Christmas cookie to Crypto Hulk. Says, fantastic information tonight. That's my job. See, I don't have a corporate sponsor. I got people like Ed. I got everybody who gets a membership. So you don't have to give the money. I'm just saying, anybody who's a member, you're my sponsor. If you have extra money, Ed, Derek, P. Weezy, Henry Brown, Glass Bum, Henry Brown, Tequila Fun 2, then it's like, these are all my members and all the people giving extra gifts and stuff. Like, I got to get motivated and dig and find the best, because now I'm just not doing some free show like I did for 2 years. Now we're getting near the end. Now it's critical. I bring very important news that you see what's going on with India and China, and all these countries now, like testing. India's like, we're not in, the article says, which I didn't read because I'm done with the article, we're not going to do this fast. We're kind of going to go gradually. They're getting it all set up in plain sight if you don't see this, okay? Now, Crypto Hulk, how do you know they're using XRP? Well, I just gave you that article here from Crypto Newsflash right there. What does it say? Ripple officially confirms. Here you go, kids. Here's how I know. When India shut down in December, I called it and I said they're probably getting all set up with XRP, and I was right, because that's when it happened. That's when they did the CBT test. Started at the end of November. Well, what comes right at the beginning of the end of November? December, and that's where shutting it all down, getting XRP hooked up. Listen to this. Ripple officially confirms India's largest bank joins RippleNet. So you tell me if the fucking largest bank in India joins RippleNet, and you know they're using the XRP. They're not going to like not use it, okay? Let's be fucking real with this shit. And this is like 3 years ago almost. This is almost 3 years ago when India's largest banks. Now we got China has a Ripple connection. China owns half of Lian Bank. That's a Ripple partner. So basically, China's using XRP inside there. We just have confirmation here. India's largest bank running on XRP Ripple, okay? I know it's RippleNet. That was 3 years ago, okay? The article's 3 years. You're telling me in 3 years they're still using that broke-ass RippleNet shit, not XRP? You're wrong. I'm right, okay? So, Stephen Morris, thank you very much. I greatly appreciate that. Motivation there. Now let's get another article. Oh, well, let's see here. Show us some more evidence, Crypto Hulk. Okay, by Jove, I will. Come on in. Hey, quit copying me. And then you'll be like, well, aren't you copying somebody? I'm like, no. But why no, by Jove? I'm not copying anybody. You're just being a silly little button. There's that one. Now check this out with Ripple. Now this article, let me tell you, is only almost 6 years. Okay? You tell me Ripple launches a new Mumbai office to serve India's digital economy. What? So Ripple has an office in India, but oh God, no, they're not doing nothing with the government, but only the biggest bank in India, but not the government or no other banks, Crypto Hulk, just that one. Okay. You're some kind of special, kind of stupid, which I can't talk about on the show. So, well, what other bank, Crypto Hulk, you think might be into all this? Well, there's one there. India's federal bank partners with Ripple. I know that Yes Bank, I'm pretty certain, is a Ripple partner. I'm not going to look it up now, but Yes Bank, I'm almost positive, is one. And there's a bunch of other ones that just don't want to say because they don't like to kiss and tell. Got it? But that's how that works. And 35 minutes. Well, we're going to burn through a couple of these articles here. They've been sitting here for a couple days. Copy. I'm just going to give you a little breeze. We're going to go through these faster because I'm not going to focus on them. You want extra news? You got extra news, damn it. PayPal, we all know this, suspends. See, PayPal was going to come out with a stable coin. Have you noticed how everybody's either the government? Have you noticed how the governments are testing the stable? I mean, the CBDCs, right? And all these companies now are testing the stable coins. I want you to see this trend. It's all coming together, okay? Like a big old whirlpool starting to, like a tornado. It's all kind of starting, okay? Governments tested CBDCs on XRP Ledger, like India and China. We just got done discussing. Brazil is all up in that shit too. That's all the BRICS nations. I'll tell you what, I'll make a prediction on the show, and I don't need evidence. I have a feeling because they've got to create. Oh, I see how its plan's coming together. Now, something's kind of coming to me right now. And the fact that I got some good whiskey and real Coke after the show, Canadian whiskey. Yep, I got that. And I got the Mexican Coke. Ole, Viva la Mexico, Coca-Cola. No, I got Crown Royal. I got 50% off on the bottle. I was at the grocery store. I'm like, woo wee. I bought like 3 or 4 of those suckers, you know? I don't see Crown Royal going for 50% off. Okay, I lied. About 6 bottles of it. 2 were the vanilla and 4 were the regular. 50% off shit. Man, I got enough for like 2, 3 months now. I'm like, damn. How do we get into this? You guys are like distracting me. PayPal suspends its upcoming launch of stablecoin, okay, because of the Paxos investigation. What do we got going on here? I'm going to summarize it. I'm not reading it. I already read it. Okay. If you're new, read the shit that I put on here. It'll make you super smart fast, just like me. What we got going on is this. It's the big squeeze, okay? The government's coming in, the SEC, Gary Gensler is running around swinging dick all over the place. Well, pee-pee. Um, Oscar Mayer, let's keep it real. A little smoky if you want to get technical about it. Like, excuse me. But the SEC is coming in, putting a smash down. So all these exchanges, all these platforms, all these staking that these dumb white tears have been telling you to, well, my sponsor, go there and stake and get your shit fucking stolen right in front of your face. Amateurs. So the government's putting a smash down. Paxos, if they're not going to be fully registered as an FDIC bank and adios, motherfucker. This is what's going on. Exchange after, I've been telling you for 3 years, you're going to have 100 exchanges. And after that, you're going to have 10. Got it? There's no somebody, if you've been watching my show, all this shit is like, fucking, you already know. Or I learned that 6 months ago for Crypto Hulk. Oh, that other stuff? Oh, yeah, that was 2 years ago on Crypto Hulk. Didn't shock me. Crypto Hulk already told us all this stuff. We've just been waiting for it. Like, it's almost like watching reruns because Crypto Hulk show keeps us so far ahead. So here's my prediction on what this is going down with India, Brazil, China. You're going to see South Africa and these other countries. Here's what's coming. Here's what I'm seeing now. Like, sometimes things come to me. It came back again and I caught it because I had a senior moment because I'm in my 50s. I'll be 53 here in like a month or 2. But what I see is this. Here's what's going to, there's going to be, okay, at first I told you it's going to be a national emergency, right? I've only been saying that 3 years. There's going to be a national emergency, security action. They're going to use that to take all your stuff. They don't need to give. That's why there's no buyback, dude. I'm telling you, you're fucking high. You're listening to programs that only do hyphy shit, so their sponsors pay them more. They'll give you all kinds of bullshit stuff on their program, so their sponsor pays them more. Okay, while you get fucked in the end, and you don't get paid like a high class hooker. You get like a little $20 whore trying to get a crack rock or something. Okay. On this program, my job is to look out for you. I don't look out for no corporate sponsors. If they want to pay me, like Budweiser or some shit, absolutely. Johnny Walker, whatever. Hey, right on, dude, whatever. Thunder, Wild Turkey or some shit, absolutely. And I'll say, man, this is the best fucking tequila if I'm getting it for free or whiskey or whatever. Damn right I will. I will sell out for that shit. But back to this. You're gonna have the BRICS nations. That's how they're gonna pull this off. Okay, now I'm seeing this how this is going down. That's why you got Liang owns half of. I mean, China owns half of Liang. Liang's a Ripple partner. Therefore, China is using Ripple technology to get their CBDC going. Same thing with India. Yeah, Ripple puts a Mumbai office in there like 7 years ago. Come on now, really? And the government's not using it? Seriously? I think you're seriously high. So China's testing, India's testing. We all know Ripple has an office in Brazil, the capital. Buenos Aires, I think it is. Wherever the capital of Brazil is, you have a Ripple office there. We already know Ripple's talked to the government of Brazil. Ripple's setting up in front of our eyes slowly. Here's where the threat will be. Ripple's setting up the bad countries, right? Okay. And what's going to happen is they're going to start testing and using all this stuff. And then we're going to have, I'm calling it how it's going to go down right now. Now I can see it all falling into place like a puzzle. And I'm like, it just kind of like dawned on me, oh, now that's interesting. Brazil, Russia, and now Russia. Now I did the story, nobody else. I did the story a couple times at least, about 2 weeks ago, maybe 3. Russia says in their research report, we are going to base our crypto on Ripple technology. So there's Brazil. Already talked about Brazil, the evidence. Russia, I just mentioned that. India, we just mentioned that. China. Now, South Africa, I'm going to have to look. And that'll be the final of the S, the BRICS. Now, when I can find some evidence, I know that in South Africa, I remember, but I can't find the evidence right now. I remember in South Africa, the final member of my prediction, the government did some study, and it came down to 2 Ripple partners. I can't remember their 2 names, but there was 2 Ripple partners that passed South Africa's CBDC. Nobody else did except the two companies, the payment provider people that were Ripple partners. That's the key in. Okay, so now I know all the. I don't have the evidence to prove that one to you, but I did the show. One of you guys might be taking fucking notes and shit, like like an A+ student, and you'll know. But I went over that, so now I know for a fact that all the BRICS nations are working with Ripple, with XRP and stuff on CBDCs and that sort of thing. So my prediction will be the BRICS, enabled by Ripple, will cause a national emergency in the United States where they're going to put everything into high gear. They're going to shut down all these exchanges because when you're in an emergency situation, you can do whatever you want. You don't need to follow law. If it's due to national emergency, like the BRICS nations, which half the world all of a sudden now has their own crypto, the United States have to come in like gangbusters and then bam, get it done like fast. That's where the flip of the switch stuff happens. We're going to have a national emergency, like an oh shit moment, okay? That's how it's going to go down, just like that. Now, I'm not sure what the black swan will be. Maybe that will be when the BRICS nations go green light. Maybe that's the black swan, right? It dumps America's economy. Oh shit, Crypto Hulk, I think you're onto something. American economy just dumps. They call a national emergency and all these things. The banks are already hooked up. That's the secret. So in like, I don't know, a week or 2 weeks or something, whatever it is, they'll have some kind of solution, then boom, flip the switch, we're rich. Okay? That's how I see this going down, pretty much. It just makes sense to me, is all. J316 had to delete the app and sign in again. Forgive all the debt, and we have a jubilee. Pretty much, because you're going to go from paper money, which is not backed, to XRP and XLM, which is backed. That'll be the new currency. No one's going to want paper money after this. Paper money is gone. It's not backed by anything. And all the gold, so gold's going to fucking skyrocket. Here's another thing with all these people. I'm not putting down people that say silver is good or better than gold. I'm not. But I want you to think about something. When all the money in the world, paper money, okay, let's call it CBDC stuff. That's the money. When all the money in the world, stable coins, probably CBDCs, is backed with gold, that's going to take a lot of fucking gold out of circulation, right? Now, these people, they've been saying, oh, silver is going to moon, be more. How do you know? Because when all the gold, when all of these countries, they've been buying gold, buying gold. You know, the gold price now is fake. Everybody knows it. But when all these countries back their crypto with gold, all that gold goes off the market like fucking nuts. Right now, nobody's backing the money with gold. Got it? That's why gold's at $2,000 an ounce. But what if when the day happens, when gold backs all this shit, holy God, the gold price, I don't know, maybe it goes up 16 times, just like silver. They say silver's going to go. Imagine, because right now, no gold is backing money. But what if on the whole globe is backing their money with gold, CBDCs and shit? Oh shit, gold might go up 10 to 16 times. I'm just saying, some of you guys are pretty sharp, good with the math and stuff. You'd have to figure out how much money of all kinds is floating around in the world and back all that with gold. How much would that price of gold be if it was backing all the money in the world? That's your answer. I'm not good. I can't figure this shit out. But I just told you right there how to do it. You take every single dollar bill on the planet from every country. I know they use pounds or ruble, whatever it is. Just use their fucking dollars all around the world. Tokenize that shit with gold. Now it's the real price of gold. Now, what if, this gets too mind-boggling for me, and that's beyond the scope of my channel. I barely got through geometry in high school. That was it. I went algebra 1, took me 2 years to get that, and then 2 years to get geometry. But I'm sitting here teaching people how to make hundreds of millions. Makes no fucking sense. All righty. Not just gold, all precious metals. Yeah. I know the show is a long show, 47 minutes. Just watch it whenever, you know? Some people, when they going on a road trip somewhere, just listen to this. I got truck drivers that love this shit. Keeps them interested. Probably keeps them awake. And it keeps them motivated. So if you hate your job, or maybe one day you love your job, now, when you get rich, you can go buy a fleet of 500 semi trucks, take over whatever fucking industry you're in. Build a warehouse, like a 3 million square foot warehouse or some shit. I don't know. Get a private jet. It's up to you. Okay. Oh, J316 is having a birthday. Oh, happy birthday to you. That's why he's going to dinner. Going to dinner. South Africa will back it up with diamonds. You could do that too. Crypto She-Hulk. You are inspiring Hulk. Facts are inspiring, and you have to deliver facts the right way. You have to know how to deliver a message to where people see what you're talking about and stuff. So yeah. Okay, I'm gonna go. That's good enough. And after this show, I got to work. I've had like no free time today. I've worked. All I've done today was get up, make a show, eat, go work out a little bit, take this family where they didn't have a car, take the kids to school, drop the mom at work, drove to my appointment, which is like hour, 10 minutes away, grab something to eat at Alberto's Burritos, go over to the dentist, sit in there, wait for 30 minutes while I'm texting on the phone, deleting spam and shit. I mean, I had no free time. Drive up here. I've had no fucking free time. So after the show, what am I gonna do? Look for news for tomorrow morning. I'm like, fuck my life. So that's the story of it. So I got to get to work because I was busy all day. I didn't have any time to actually dig for news, and I got a show at 6:30 in the morning, which is in I don't know how many hours. What 10 hours from now or something? Whatever it is, 8 or 9 hours or some shit. So I need at least an hour and a half to look for news. Hopefully, I get a half hour before I go to sleep. Sleeping is my break when I get to take a break, I guess. Alrighty, that's it for me. And I'll see y'all tomorrow. And then right there, adios.